Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back in today with another fantasy football video. Today's video is Week 4 waiver wire ads. Before I start the video, I'd like to ask you could please check out my sponsor down below. My sponsor just so happens to be myself. Click that subscribe button because it's not only going to help me, it's also going to help you guys dominate your fantasy football season. Now, every single week I come out with countless videos. I stream Thursday night, I stream Sunday in the morning, and you're getting all that content for free. Click that subscribe button, click that notification bell. You don't want to miss out. The first guy to talk about here, first waiver wire ad, is Monsieur Will Dissly. He's a tight end from Seattle, as you may know, 25% owned on NFL.com. Now, he had a huge week 2 and 3 after a slow start week 1. Now, I believe that Russell Wilson likes targeting this guy. He's a big body in the end zone, and he's a touchdown scoring machine. Week 2 against Pittsburgh, 5 receptions on 5 targets for 50 yards and 2 tutties to accumulate 22 PPR points. Week 3 comes back 6 receptions against New Orleans on 7 targets for 62 yards and 1 touchdown, which is 18.2 PPR points. So as a whole, it looks like he's getting a lot of usage, and he's my top tight end to add this week. Really one of the only tight ends available in leagues that is still someone I'm comfortable starting pretty much every single week. The next player to talk about here is Wayne Gallman, running back of the New York Football Giants, 0.9% owned on NFL.com. Now, Saquon's out 6 to 8 weeks. Will he actually be out that long? Who knows? He's a freak athlete. Maybe he'll be back sooner. In 41 out of 44 snaps on offense once Barkley went down. That's high usage. But the biggest complaint about Wayne Gallman, the biggest complaint is, are they going to bring in a new back to take over for Wayne Gallman? Will it be Jay Ajayi? Will they trade for Kenyon Drake? What will happen? If it's Wayne Gallman, he's obviously worth the 50 fab you're going to have to spend for him. I put him in one league for 55 fab, 55 out of $100 in fab. That's how much I'm paying for him. I don't even need I do need a running back. I don't even have Saquon. That's how much you're going to have to pay for him if you want to get him. Will it be worth it? In 2 days, it may be Jay Ajayi, the running back, or it may be Kenyon Drake. But right now, he's where I feel like you have to put the money in. He's my number one waiver wire ad this week. He saw 1 target this week and dropped it, so he's not that much of a pass-catching back. Now, there's a more safe back here. Carlos Hyde, running back, Houston Texans, 57.7% owned on NFL.com. Now, I know he's not the best option available. He isn't. He really isn't. Wayne Gallman could surpass him by 1,000,000, but he's very reliable. Week 1 against New Orleans, 10 attempts, 83 yards on 10 attempts with 1 target and 1 reception for 2 yards. Solid game. Week 2, 20 attempts, 90 yards on 20 attempts. All right, there's just 20 attempts multiple times there. And then week 3 against the Chargers, 10 attempts, 19 yards, and a touchdown. So every single week around 9 to 10 points, something you can rely upon every single week if you're in need of a new back. Now, the wide receivers, there's an array of them. DJ Chark, baby Chark. Wide receiver, Jacksonville Jaguars, 27.2% owned on NFL.com. Now, I know 3 weeks in a row, he's had a great performance. Gardner Minshew, the mustache god, has been heaving it his way. He is Gardner Minshew's favorite target. D.D. Westbrook cancel out his ex. He put a line through that bitch. Week 1, Kansas City 4 for 4 and 146 yards and a tutty, 24.6 PPR points. Week 2 against Houston, 7 for 9, 55 yards, tutty, 18.5 PPR points. Week 3 against Tennessee, 4 for 5 and 76 yards and a tutty, 17.6 PPR points. What are we seeing? A common occurrence here? Touchdowns. Touchdowns. Knock one time if you're with me. DJ Chark is the best wide receiver to pick up this week. Next pickup is Golden Tate. Now, this is kind of a foresee the future type deal because week 4 you can't play him. But goddamn, week 5 you can. Golden Tate, wide receiver, New York Giants, 20.7% owned on NFL.com. He may be available in your league. He's coming back week 5 off that suspension, back off his bullshit. He should be good to go. Week 5 should be a solid start in Daniel Dimes' offense. The next player here to talk about is Phillip Dorsett, as one would call him, wide receiver of the New England Patriots. Now he's owned in 11.7% of leagues on NFL.com. Without AB, put up 2 solid games. Now, AB wasn't there week 2, so the other 2 weeks around him, AB Without AB, he played great. Week 1, 4 receptions and 4 targets, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Week 3, 6 receptions, 7 targets for 53 yards and a touchdown. That's a whole lot of fantasy points. He's getting these receptions, getting these touchdowns. With Edelman banged up, this could potentially be an amazing waiver wire pickup for this week and the future. Now, there are some honorable mentions here to talk about. Now, these first two guys, Alexander Madison, he is Dalvin Cook's handcuff. If you have Dalvin Cook, you have to pick him up. If you have Zeke, Tony Pollard is a must pick up. He is his cuff. Now, there are other wide receivers. Guys like Nelson Aguilar that I didn't talk about here. I talked about last week. Amazing pickup. Mecole Hardman, a guy to pick up. And then for quarterbacks, if you're looking for a quarterback, Daniel Jones is the quarterback for this week. I'm telling you, there's going to be a video about it tomorrow. He is the stream of the week. Daniel Jones, 4 touchdowns yesterday. I believe he can do it again, or not yesterday, on Sunday. I believe he can do it again this week. So thank you guys all for watching. If at any point in this video you had a chuckle, you had an enjoyment factor at any time, click that subscribe button, because not only does it help me, it's also going to help you guys dominate your fantasy football season. So click on one of these videos on your screen right now, click that fucking subscribe button, and I'll see you beautiful bastards tomorrow with some more videos. Goodbye, friends.